This is Blackhawk football on BHS TV and the Biff Radio Network. Welcome to a special radio television simulcast. Bloomfield Hills High School Homecoming 2018. Tonight, your Blackhawks are on the hunt for a win against the Clarkston Wolves. Will the Hawks fly away with a win? Will the Wolves get lost in the woods? Only time will tell. Grab that bag of popcorn, choose your favorite beverage, and stick around. We've got Friday Night Lights right here on BHS TV and the Biff Radio Network. Now, calling the game, WBHF Sports Director Jack Brown and Eddie Eichenhorn.
I am your play-by-play man and WBHF Sports Director Jack Brown. And alongside me here we have Eddie Eichenhorn. Eddie, how are you doing here tonight?
Great to be here, Jack. Always great to be at the homecoming game. It may be cold, but the student section's crowded enough to keep everyone warm.
Yep, that is always fun. And, you know, tonight the Blackhawks are taking on the Wolves of Clarkston as the national anthem starts up. Sung by the Jills this time around, since it is homecoming.
I think it's the Corral and Jills together, the two top choirs.
Yep. And with that, real quick, we're going to take a quick break and enjoy the Star Spangled Banner.
And a big thanks tonight to the Blackhawk vocal choir. Phenomenal rendition. Let's play some football, shall we?
Good job. All right.
Said the word. Blackhawks, if they lose, they're completely eliminated from playoff contention.
Yeah, big game on both.
And as we do each home game, the Blackhawks would like to thank the police department of Bloomfield Township for being with us tonight. Out in full force. Appreciate keeping an eye on things. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Back deep for the Blackhawks receiving. Number 10, Diego Gonzalez. Number 12, Neely Snyder. Then number 38.
Then the ball is blown off the tee.
Windy and cold, but student section is rowdy as always.
Yeah, and a couple minutes ago I did see some flashes of lightning that could, lightning delay, but we just hope that doesn't happen. Ball is now being held for this as we get ready for the kickoff of the 2018 Bloomfield Hills High School Blackhawks homecoming football game. And the kick is off. A low squibber caught at the 10-yard line as he now tries to run it up towards the 30 or 25, and he gets tackled by a swarm of Clarkston Wolves. Let me try and see who is at the bottom of that file. And I think that was Grant Fox taking that kickoff.
Okay, so Blackhawks start on the ball, start with the ball, not on the ball. It's important for them to score a lot, but score early, especially against a team as good as the Wolves.
Yep. And they're now on 1st and 10. Tanner Slazinski is starting for the Blackhawks this homecoming game. 2 wide, 2 in the slot, 1 in the backfield. Hands it off, and yep, it goes for a handoff for around 3 or 4 yards, I would say that was right there.
Alec Ward on the carry.
Alec Ward, the all-star wide receiver for the Blackhawks. Probably the best player on the team this year, and he is only a junior, so this kid's got room to grow.
We were talking to Coach McLeod before the game, and he did say probably the best thing to take away from this year's Blackhawks team is their youth. 5 sophomores, including Tanner Slazinski, who's starting the game tonight, and a very good junior core, looking good for future seasons.
Yep, another 2 wide, 2 in the slot, 2 1 in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to the outside. He's getting the blocks, turns upfield, does not seem to get much, maybe a half yard at most. And no, they're going to say it's going to be no gain, no loss. 3rd down and 8 now for the Blackhawks from their own 28-yard line. Or
Okay.
actually,
First attempt at a 3rd down conversion for the Blackhawks. They're going to need to do that a lot. They're going to need to convert on 3rd down a lot in today's game if they want even a slight chance against the Clarkston Wolves.
I mean, in general, you just have to play good football against a team like Clarkston. It's actually 3rd and 5 on the 32. So apologies to that, folks. 4 wide, actually 5 wide, none in the backfield for Slazinski. He's going to attempt his first pass of the day, barring anything crazy. Drops back to pass, and there seems to be some laundry out on the field, and it's going to be on Clarkston.
No.
Now, depending on how many yards that was, that could actually be a 1st down. And yep, they're going to give it to him. 1st down, Blackhawks.
One thing to take away from the game 2 weeks ago against West Bloomfield, the last home game for the Blackhawks, was all of West Bloomfield's penalties that the Blackhawks could not capitalize on. That's something that they have to get rid of, and they really, if Clarkston gives them yards like this, they have to take advantage of that.
Yeah, you know, you have to, with teams like this, they're coming in with a lot of confidence against the Blackhawks. You know, they're thinking, oh, this is 1-4. They haven't even won a game in conference, so we're going to be able to wipe the floor with them. But, you know, that leads to things like that. 1st down now. Slazinski hands it off, goes up the gut for around 4 yards. That looks to be, that was actually Grant Fox, I think, on the ball right there.
Lots of running early for the Blackhawks. Only one, not even a passing play because there was a flag before the play actually started. But do you think that's probably the mindset for the Blackhawks today, mostly on the ground and not in the air?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the rain's coming down. It's windy. There's a chance for storms, so really you just got to play it as conservatively as possible. Pitch outside now, tries to outrun his guys, turns upfield, and he gets to the outside. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to
I think he's going to be about a yard short, but that was a pretty good run.
And they're actually going to give it to him. 1st down for the Blackhawks.
The faulty view. We're at a little bit of an angle here in the press box, so kind of hard to tell exactly where they get knocked down.
Yeah, especially when you're coming in towards an angle like that. But 1st down 10 now for the Blackhawks on their own 48-yard line, going from left to right across your radio dial or across your television set. 2 wide, 2 in the slot, 1 in the backfield once again. Hand off to number 38. He's going to be, it's a fumble. Fumble, and I think Clarkston has recovered the fumble. No, it's going to be picked up by Blackhawk. Looks to be number 14, Tanner Slazinski.
Lucky there was a purple shirt on the bottom of that pile there. There looked to be some confusion on who Slazinski was going to actually give that ball to there.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be handed off to number 32, Kenny Berry, a wide receiver and a junior. Very interesting call, well, granted, they don't have Gasso in, so I can see why.
Yeah.
5 wide, Slazinski in the shotgun, 2nd and long, drops back to pass, slings it over, gets a man, and who gets around 5 or 6 yards on that one.
That's Slazinski to Alec Ward once again on the reception.
Yeah, absolutely. Alec Ward showing his stripes. 3rd down now for the Blackhawks. Looks to be 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7.
Alec Ward is going to need to show up on both sides of the ball in this game, especially on defense, since the Blackhawks have been giving up huge passing plays in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and as the rain continues to come down, that's going to be a huge factor. You know, whenever you see a rain game, teams get overconfident and underconfident. You see a lot of slippery things happening. That fumble was probably in part due to the fact the ball is just drenched with water. 3rd down 5 now for the Blackhawks. Snap, pitch outside, takes it to the outside. He's not going to get anywhere. Actually loses 4 yards. That was once again Alec Ward with the pitch.
I think the Blackhawks know that they're going to have to rely on Alec Ward if they want to do well in this game. And if he does well, and if Slazinski does well, it's he's starting a homecoming game. Big deal for a sophomore. Every game starts 0-0. Why shouldn't the Blackhawks have a chance?
Yep, Ben Johnston out to take the punt here. 4th and 10 now for the Blackhawks. Low snap that's actually fumbled and almost blocked, but he gets the ball off and takes a Blackhawk bounce to around the 35 or 37 actually yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 38.
Ben Johnston is actually out with an injury. That's number 44, who I don't have on my roster.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually talked to him earlier, and he is out. So sorry about that, folks. Ben Johnston's actually out. We have that mysterious number 44 guy in again. I've never been able to identify him so far this season. 1st and 10 now for the Clarkston Wolves from their own 38-yard line. Clarkston Wolves look to be starting. That looks to be number 6 on their quarterback.
That's Jake Jensen.
Yep, Jake Jensen getting ready. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Jensen hands it off, tries to go up the gut, and he gets around 3 yards. Nice carry.
Quarterback for Clarkston, Jensen, stands at 6'3", 180 pounds. He is a senior, so it's his last year, of course, with Clarkston.
That's a decently sized guy right there. I mean, he's
big,
not
especially for a quarterback, big guy.
Yeah, usually you see him at around 6'2", 6'1". 2nd down and 7 now for Clarkston as the rain now continues to pick up. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield once again. Clarkston takes a snap, drops back pass. Jensen throws it over the deep end. That's way overthrown.
No man's land. Intended for who is that? Number 10? Do you think?
Number 10. That would have been probably. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it would have been Brendan Dizierda.
Okay.
One of those very strange names to pronounce, but I'm sorry if I butchered your name there. 3rd down now for the Clarkston Wolves on their first drive. Looks to me that this game is going to be a major game of inches. Maybe not a lot of scoring.
Student section getting very, very riled up for this defense to see if it works.
Yep. And Jensen drops back to pass once again. Pocket collapsing, gets the ball up, but no one in the area of where he was throwing.
That is a good first defensive drive for the Blackhawks. A 3-and-out for Clarkston, and so the Blackhawks have to do that a lot, prevent those big passing plays. Jensen tried to do 2 large passing plays on the last 3 plays of that 3-play drive.
Yeah, that was Joey Stedger on for that reception. And the Clarkston Wolves are going to stay out for a 4th down attempt. I don't know what you're trying to do here. It's not like you're close enough as to where you can hopefully get a false start. But anyways,
I think they're punting.
Yeah. Oh, they're actually punting.
Yeah.
I just didn't see the punter back there. Sorry, guys. 4th and 7 from the 42.
Alec Ward back.
Yep. High snap, but it's nicely gotten off. And it's going to take a Clarkston Wolves bounce all the way down to within the 20, within the 15, and I think it's going to get around the 14-yard line.
That's just bad luck for the Blackhawks. It actually was not that great of a punt, just the spin it had on it gave it a good bounce.
Yeah, that's especially weird considering how punts usually in the rain just kind of slow down or even just stick into the turf.
Well, you can see the wind is in favor of Clarkston for the first half of this game at least. It's going from right to left at our angle at least.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Blackhawks take the field now. 1st and 10 from the 10. Slazinski rocking a 3 wide, 1 in the slot, 1 in the backfield, or 2 in the backfield, sorry. Hand off, and Slazinski goes down, sorry. And it's going to be a huge pile of bodies with only around 2 yards gained at most.
That'll put them at 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah, actually that was from the 15-yard line, folks. Sorry about that. I'm just going all over the place. It's homecoming. You know, I'm about as crazy as everyone else out here. 2nd and down now for the Blackhawks. 2nd down and 6 from their own 19-yard line. The Blackhawks looking to get something going here against the Wolves' defense has been extremely stout so far. Tanner running 3 wide, 2 in the slot, 1 in the backfield. Kind of does a handoff, but it goes up the gut for absolutely nothing. It's actually going to be a huge loss in yardage. 3rd down for the Blackhawks.
Not looking good for the Blackhawks. They don't necessarily need to score on this drive, but a 1st down would be nice to at least have not that amazing a field position for the Wolves.
Yeah, and it seems to be that the Wolves are, at least for now, playing a game of field position. The Blackhawks currently are backed up at their own 15 with 3rd and 10. And I think the Wolves are going to hope that they can pin him even deeper and just hope for a really bad punt. Or even a good punt would put him in pretty good field position. 3rd down and 10 now, 3 wide. Slazinski drops back to pass, throws one up and over, and it's actually going to be intercepted by Clarkston Wolves.
It was tipped out of Slazinski's hands and popped up in the air. There's a flag, though, on the play.
I don't know if that's on the Blackhawks. It's still a Clarkston pick right there.
If the interception goes, I can't read his first name, but his last name is Spindler, number 50 for the Wolves.
Yes, number 54 for the Clarkston Wolves, very good guy. Seems to be that the ball is going to be going to Clarkston, 1st and goal. Penalty seems to be rather undecipherable as to what it was. 5:28 remaining in the 1st quarter. You're watching Blackhawk football here on BHS TV, and you're listening to Blackhawk football here on 88.1 WBFH the Biff. This 1st quarter's gone by actually very quickly so far.
So they're placing the ball at around the Clarkston 20, even though that play ended at the 5-ish yard line. I do think it is going to be Clarkston's ball. I don't know what that
Wolves with the
penalty
1st and
was.
10 from the 21-yard
I assume it must have been some sort of excessive celebration penalty. And so now 1st and 10 now for the Clarkston Wolves from, well, the 21 just outside the red zone. 4 wide. Jensen hands it off, tries to get his blocks going, but
Actually kept the ball.
Yep, and so that's going to be marked as a sack for the Blackhawks.
About a loss of maybe 3 for Clarkston.
Okay, so actually now we have a score update, an update here. Number 38, Kobe Reed for the Blackhawks. New kid on the team is going to be getting the ball a lot. Probably call up from JV.
Awesome.
2nd down now for the Clarkston Wolves with 4:59 remaining within the 1st quarter. Again, 1st quarter going by really quickly, surprisingly.
Yeah, only 4:50 left. Still no score. If the Blackhawks could get out of this 1st quarter leading or even tied, it would be a huge success.
Yep, 4 wide as a man goes in motion for the Wolves. Jensen, play action, pockets absolutely collapsing in on him, but he decides to keep it, finds a hole, goes through it, jukes around probably 50 Blackhawks.
That was an amazing scramble by Jensen. He was pushed back around almost 10 yards and got a 1st down.
And now that means actually 1st and goal for the Wolves as the clock actually stops for a minute. Ain't that something? And nope, the clock's going to keep on rolling. 1st down and goal for the Clarkston Wolves from the 6-yard line. Jensen running 2 wide, 1 in the slot, 1 in the backfield. Jensen hands it off as the halfback goes up the gut, gets around 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Blackhawks have to prevent the touchdown here and settle for that field goal. It'd be going down 7-0 early is never good, especially against a team as powerful as the Wolves.
Yeah, and the man on that carry, from the looks of it, looked to be Jacob Hunstetter. From the looks of it, cannot quite tell from up here in the press box. However, on BHS TV, you'll know exactly who it is. 2nd down and goal now for the Clarkston Wolves, now from the 5-yard line.
Hello.
And here we go. Shifting around a couple guys is Jacob Jensen.
Yeah, we're here.
Jensen calls for another man in motion, hands it off to him as he goes to the outside, finds his hole, touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
Number 7 on the carry and touchdown, Matt Miller, a junior.
As opposed to Mac Miller. Well, difference is that Matt Miller's still alive. But with that, the Clarkston Wolves now go up 6-0 after really what was just a field position situation right there. You know,
It really was unfortunate that Slazinski's pass was tipped and intercepted. It gave Clarkston, it put them at the 6-yard line with a penalty. They were pushed back to the 21, but it gave them just too good a field position to not score.
Yep, and number 42 for the Wolves is out there once again. Take the kick. It's up. It's over, and it is good. That was number 42 on that kick. Chris Acevedo, I think is how you pronounce that name right there. 3:21 remaining. The score is currently 7-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves after, again, what I say was just a field position touchdown. You know, they're at a spot where you were inevitably going to get some points.
Although Clarkston did score there, it was probably due to that great field position. So far, throughout most of this, the first quarter is almost over, and the Blackhawks defense looks much better than it has in the last 3 weeks. Would you agree?
Definitely. I mean, it's only the first quarter, so the score still could get ugly. But now that actually means that that's the 150th points the Hawks have let up over the last 4 weeks. That's a rather interesting little scoreline tidbit.
Not the best. Not the best.
Yeah, so, and now the ball is going to be kept on the tee as the rain is now just coming down here, folks. Clarkston now lined up to kick it. In comes the kicker, and he's kicked it off. Going to be taken at around the 7-yard line. Goes to try and find a hole, goes to the outside, and he sheds a tackler to the 40, to the 45, and he gets shoved out at around the 47 or 48-yard line.
That's number 12 for the Blackhawks, Bailey Snyder, a junior. Great pass, kick return.
Yeah, absolutely, although it was luck. It was in part luck-based since he was able to shed that one Clarkston Wolf. But that just gives the Blackhawks fantastic field position, especially after letting up a touchdown like that.
Let's see if they can tie this game up before we go to the second quarter.
Wouldn't that be great? First down and 10 now for the Blackhawks on their own 46-yard line, moving from left to right. One wide, handoff, tries to get to the outside once again, but gets absolutely slammed by number 9 from the Clarkston Wolves. That is Jacob Honstetter, the actual Jacob Honstetter on that tackle. But really, that was more just a hit that sent
Snyder down.
That sent old Bailey Snyder down.
So we've seen a lot of Bailey Snyder and we've seen a lot of Alec Ward. Slazinski really has not targeted anyone else so far. Do you think that's on purpose, or has nobody else been open?
No one else really been open. As viewers on BHS TV have been able to see, it's just been a lot of coverage here from Clarkston. It's been very well. Slazinski drops back to pass once again. Pocket is collapsing, tries to pull a Jensen scramble, but he fumbles it, and I think that's Clarkston football. And as the refs come over to examine whether or not their claims are true, it's going to be, and I think they've given it to Clarkston. No, it's going to be Blackhawk football, actually.
Really?
I thought for sure that was Clarkston Wolf football.
Me too, I'll take the call.
Yeah, third down and 12 now for the Blackhawks after that, I guess, faux Jake Jensen style play.
Okay, so this is the first, let's see if Slazinski can convert on, I was looking for the word convert on this third down like he did with the penalty before.
Yep, drops back to pass, throws it in, it's picked off by Clarkston Wolf by a D lineman of all things.
Just jumped up and gobbled it. I mean, it really just went right into him and ball disappeared. That was insane.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is a D line of Clarkston that you don't see that often. It's a D line that's actually good at pass coverage of all things.
They are massive. You can tell the Blackhawks have lots of injuries, so lots of sophomores in, and you can just tell that physically Clarkston is a bigger team, which helps a lot in a football game.
Well, yeah, or in any sport, really, that involves big people. First and 10 now from the Clarkston Wolves on the Blackhawk 35-yard lines. They're driving out to the right. Wind has shifted and is now going against the Wolves. That could really impact them on this drive as Jensen snaps the ball but hands it off up the gut, and he gets around. But he's gone, actually, to around the 11 or 12-yard line.
He ran through a wall of about 5 Blackhawk defenders and would not come down.
Yeah, but, that was a trick play, and I'll say, I was tricked. I thought he was tackled around the 34.
Yeah, I guess.
So now that brings up first down for the Clarkston Wolves at the Blackhawk 11. Oh, man, this drive's not looking good after that one fantastic run with 1:29 remaining in the first quarter.
The Wolves started with good field position again due to the interception.
Yep, first down now. Jensen hands it off. Running back tries to go for the outside. He's going to get the block, and will he get the touchdown? There's a flag on the play. I don't think it's going to count anyway. He was diving to the pylon, but I think he was out of bounds before he even made it.
2 flags, 3 flags. Everyone throwing flags.
Apparently, you get a flag discount at Starbucks, I guess.
Yeah, it's the theme of homecoming this year is actually colored flags, and today's theme was yellow. So the referees are playing along, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's like that magician trick, where you just pull off all the flags out of your pocket. or I guess handkerchiefs. And it's going to be a penalty once again, but it's just going to reset where they were. 1st and 10 once again for the Clarkston Wolves. A minute 11 remaining in the first quarter. It's only taken us 20 minutes to get to this point in the first quarter. I was expecting it to be like at least a half hour, you know?
Well, no injuries, no timeouts, not a lot of scoring. I mean, 1 touchdown. The clock has just been running.
Yeah, and that's actually going to send the Clarkston Wolves back to the 15-yard line. That was only a 5-yard penalty, surprisingly.
25, actually. 25-yard line.
Yeah, sorry. So now 1st and a long here for the Clarkston Wolves. Jensen, low snap, rolls out to pass, throws it up, and it's going to be almost intercepted by a Blackhawk.
That was in and out of the hands of the Blackhawk cornerback. That's number 21, Austin Merman.
Austin Merman, not a name that you hear a lot here at Bloomfield Hills High School, but you know he was able to almost get that pick. I thought that was going to be a touchdown pass right there.
Still great coverage by Merman, prevented a touchdown.
Yep. Now it's 2nd down and long for the Clarkston Wolves from their 25-yard line. So let's see what sort of formation that the Wolves run out into. And they're looking to be 5 wide. Ooh. Testing the Blackhawk coverage once again, trying to see if they can create a mismatch. There is a pretty big one out on the left-hand side of the field. And seems to be a timeout finally called.
Okay, that is a timeout. Clarkston called the timeout there.
Looking to just regroup. So far, this first quarter, it's kind of hard to really describe it. You know,
Blackhawks are losing 7-0, but this is the 2nd drive the Wolves have had with great field position. It's 2nd and 20 right now, which is good for the Blackhawks. The defense, which has been the Blackhawks' biggest struggle in the last 4 games, but really the 3 games that they've really struggled in, looks much better today.
Oh, absolutely. The Blackhawk defense, you know, they have been doing some good preventions. However, they've just been letting the Clarkston blockers, not even the linemen, the just receivers going out to get blocks for their running back, they've been letting them just stop them in their tracks. But meanwhile, this Clarkston defense, they've been having D linemen get interceptions.
Yeah, the Clarkston D-line is giving Slazinski absolutely no time to think before he makes passes.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 3 wide, 1 in the backfield for Clarkston, 2nd and 20 from their 25-yard line. Seems to be some issues. They come in 54.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Clarkston Wolves up 7-0. You're listening to Blackhawk football on 88.1 WBFH and watching it on BHS TV. Jensen snaps it, drops back to pass. Pocket collapse. It's going to be a bubble screen out front. Gets his blocks, and he goes to the outside. He could be going for a touchdown. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
That was an interesting play by the Wolves there. Lots of pressure actually on Jensen, and he found a guy right in the middle. Not a long pass, but nobody behind him, and he was off.
Well, that was an apparent bubble screen. You know, you just run your lineman forward a little bit. You run your halfback with them. Dump the ball out, you know, and then just let the lineman block like, you know, the linebackers in secondary. And that right there was executed perfectly. I can't be that mad at Clarkston for that touchdown, putting him up 13-0. Now out comes Ace Veto once again for the extra point. High snap, kick is up, it's over, and the refs are saying it is good, like your mama's cooking.
Okay, 14-0 Wolves as we head toward the end of the first quarter. Big stories, big things that I'm taking away from this first quarter. Blackhawks have to not give up at that field position. They cannot let Clarkston get that field position that they have been getting. And also, the offensive line for the Blackhawks needs to show up way more, as Slazinski has no time to think at all.
Yeah, no, and really, that might just be in part due to the fact that Slazinski is a starter, is a sophomore starting homecoming. That is a position that puts a lot of pressure on a kid, and you know, he's been doing pretty decently at it so far, but you know, 2 interceptions, giving Clarkston impeccable field position. As I say all the time, not optimal.
Yes, of course. Well, we get the ball back. Let's see what we can do.
And as the rain comes down, and the ball comes off the tee. Remember that from the Winnie the Pooh movie?
That I do.
Yeah. And so with that
they've been holding these kickoffs like field goals.
Yeah. Ace Veto once again comes in and let's kick it. And it's a nice little kick to around the 5, fielded there. And as the kick returner comes up the gut, or more to the side really, and he gets tackled at around the 15-yard line.
Okay, so Blackhawks are going to start at the 15. This drive is going to last at least the end of the first quarter. Let's see if they can get these yards that they need. I mean, one not optimal field position for the Blackhawks, and the Wolves keep getting good field position, which is not optimal, as you say, for the Blackhawks.
And so with that, it's now 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks from their own 17-yard line. Once again, it's not optimal. 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Very interesting formation for Slazinski. Slazinski hands it off, tries to get to the outside, but gets swallowed up by that Wolves defensive lineman.
Number 12, Bailey Snyder again. So once again, we're really just seeing Snyder and Ward targeted so far by Slazinski.
Yeah, and that right there, that was just a bad block on the outside. In a play like that, you got to get those outside blocks. It's just ever so important. So now it's 2nd down as the clock winds down on the first quarter. 4, 3, 2, 1, and with that, with Clarkston Wolves beating the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks 14-0, you're listening to WBFH and watching BHS TV, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Imagine the action and see nearly a century of Michigan aviation heritage at the Selfridge Military Air Museum. Enjoy a walk around the air park and bring your cameras for a most authentic military aviation history experience. We're open to the public April through October on weekends, Memorial Day, and Independence Day from 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. Group tours for adults and kids of all ages can be arranged, so call us today at 586-239-6768 or 586-239-5035.
Blackhawks pass deflected as well. Strange thing.
BHSTV. While we were off at break, there was the 2nd down play played. It was just an incomplete pass, nothing really to worry about. 3rd and 13 now for the Blackhawks from their own 13-yard line with 11:54 remaining second quarter. Slazinski drops back to pass, chucks one deep out to Alec Ward, who collides with the Clarkston Wolves, ending up in the pass being overthrown.
That was the deepest pass I've ever seen Slazinski even attempt. And it wasn't horrible, but a little overthrown. Let's see if the Blackhawks changing the direction they're going now, the wind in their favor, see if that can help Slazinski's passes out at all.
Yeah, the wind has changed as to now in favor of the Blackhawks, but it's 4th down and 13. They're sending out the punting unit. The mysterious number 44 out for the Blackhawks.
One day we'll discover his name.
Yep, high snap. Punt is off, almost blocked by a series of Clarkston Wolves.
What a punt.
Yep, takes a Bloomfield bounce to the 46-yard line.
A almost 55-yard punt from number 44 there. That was well done.
The mystery man, he works in mysterious ways there, they say. Alrighty, so with that now, it is 1st down and 10 for the Clarkston Wolves from their own 46-yard line. Moving now from left to right on your TV screen or on your radio dial.
This will be the Wolves' first offensive drive with the wind against them. Let's see how that affects them. Maybe they'll run more. They've been running a lot, though, so maybe it won't affect them at all.
Yep, so 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for Jensen. Jensen takes a snap, hands it off once again to number 6. Number 6 gets around 5 yards on that play. That was actually Jake. That would have been Jake Jensen. That was actually
I think they snapped it to a running back.
Yeah, that was actually Jake Billette with that one right there. tackled down by Michael Reed, a linebacker for the Blackhawks.
So that'll make it 2nd and 7 on the Blackhawk 49. I'm sorry, the Clarkston 49.
Yep, so 2nd down now. 2nd and 10 for the Blackhawk, for the Clarkston, or actually 2nd and 7 now for the Clarkston Wolves. 5 wide, 4, and there's flag on the play. Encroachment on Bloomfield. You can see that from up here. Or actually, no, offsides on Clarkston? Nope, encroachment on Bloomfield.
Yeah, I was like, no way. That can't happen. I mean, just blatantly, that cannot happen. The Blackhawks cannot give the Wolves free yards like that.
Yeah, and now it's a 2nd down and like 2 or 3 as opposed to a 2nd down and long. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for the Clarkston Wolves. Jake Jensen in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, hands it off, but no, he's going to take it in a scramble, gets his blockers, has 1 man to beat, and he is gone. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
That is an insane rush by Jensen. 47 yards, would you say? That was 46 yards. That was really impressive.
46-yard TD scramble. He's looking like Denard Robinson out there.
He tricked me. I thought that running back had the ball for sure.
It wasn't even really like a trick play. It was just he had a fantastic block and was able to just run right through the hole and got the touchdown. Now it's 20-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves. Ace Veto once again to take the extra point. Snap is high, it's up, it's over, and it's good.
21-0. Blackhawks kind of looking like they have looked now for the last 3 weeks. Not a lot of scoring and a lot of not good defense.
Yeah. Although, here's another thing you have to think about with these past 3 or 4 weeks. This has been an insanely rough part of their schedule. Apart from Groves. There was no excuse for Groves.
That's very true, and they did lose 7-49 in Birmingham last week against Groves. That was just not good football.
No. But West Bloomfield, they are definitely going to make a deep run in the playoffs unless they pull a Walled Lake Western like they did last year and lose to Livonia Franklin.
Yeah, this is the second of the last 3rd weeks. They are playing the reigning champs today, and they played the runner-up in West Bloomfield 2 weeks ago. So it has been tough for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and 3 weeks ago they played Southfield A&T, which is not a team to scoff at this year. A fantastic football team.
Yeah, that was a Blackhawk loss of 6-44. So
yep,
not much better.
Ace Veto getting ready to kick it, and that's a little squibber fielded at the 15-yard line. The man tries to get to the outside, but only gets to around the 27-yard line.
Diego Badalo, a
Dio.
junior. Dio.
Yeah, I've actually had a couple classes with that kid before. He's been taking advanced conditioning for football since freshman year.
Got to stay prepared.
Yeah. And, of course, we now have Frank DeVito up here in the booth with us. Great to always see the man up here. 1st and 10 now for the Blackhawks from their own 28-yard line. Really packing the inside with 2 slots, and then the snap is fumbled. And I think it's going to be Clarkston football. And,
yes.
Yeah.
It is. Not good. Clarkston gets the ball. Great field position at about their Blackhawk 26 again. That is the 4th turnover for the Blackhawks, I believe. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
Yeah, just not what, as I've said a million times, not optimal. Now it's Clarkston 1st and 10 from the 27.
Oh.
Ain't it great? 10-20 remaining in the second. I think this quarter is going to be a long one. Unless, of course, the clock just continues to wind on down. And the Wolves are running 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Could be anything as the Blackhawks are scrambling, running a 4-3 defense. Jensen takes a snap. Play action, screen to the outside. Gets some blocks. Tries to juke around some Blackhawks. Gets 10 yards. Gets the 1st down.
I think the Wolves have not been passing a lot at all. I think that might be their first passing 1st down of the game.
Yeah, their first major passing play.
Major passing play at all in general.
They could have had that one touchdown earlier, but the Blackhawks were able to tip it and nearly pick it off in the end zone, and who knows what that could have become. First and 10 now for the Clarkston Wolves from the 15-yard line. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield, man in motion, hands it off, but he gets absolutely clobbered by a horde of Blackhawks.
That's going to be a loss of 5 yards. Going to make it 2nd and 15.
That was just excellent defense right there. I couldn't tell if that was the linebacker or – because if it was someone from the secondary, that would have been just a spy that they were running. And, that is why you run spies like that. You get the corner in and you hopefully get a big tackle or you get a big break for a touchdown.
There have been signs of glory from this Blackhawk defense so far. I do have to say, even though it is 21-0, they still are looking a little bit better than they have been.
Yep. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield, 2nd down and 15 from the 20. Clarkson snap fumbled, and however they are able to kind of make up for it. No, not really.
It was given to number 3, who is Keegan King, and then he tripped, and a Blackhawk got a hand on him.
Yeah, honestly, I love that name,
Keegan King.
Yep.
Alliteration.
And
That's
also just a cool name.
Yes, that'll make it 3rd and long, as that is a massive loss for the Wolves.
Yep. Third down and a couple miles
Yeah.
from the 26-yard line. Kickers practicing. If they just start now kicking field goals, rubbing in our face, that's just mean. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for the Wolves. Jensen drops back pass. Pocket is collapsing. Gets a couple Blackhawks around him. Pass is dumped off.
And out of the hands of Alec Ward.
And Alec Ward showing some signs of that signature anger
Aggression.
issue.
Yeah. It got him suspended for the game against West Bloomfield. He does not want to get suspended again. So he calmed down, which is good. It would have been nice if he intercepted that, because now Clarkston should be able to kick a pretty standard field goal.
Yeah, I mean, given the positioning also of Clarkston's offense, something big could have happened off an interception right there.
Yep.
So with that, now it's 4th down and a couple miles for the Clarkston Wolves, and they're going for it.
No, it's a field. No, they are going for it.
That's a rather interesting situation. Jensen dumps it out, nice little bubble screen. Once again, gets a couple blocks, but he's not going to get the first down. Turnover on downs. Biggest accomplishment for the Blackhawks all night.
Well done. The Wolves started at the 15-yard line, and they actually ended 3 yards behind that. So that was a really good defensive unit for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and really in those situations, I think you want to get those sorts of stops more than turnovers. Like, say if you get an interception, that's a major loss in territory for your team. And in football, really, territory is a huge part of the game as the rain keeps on coming down. With 8:13 remaining in the second quarter, it's 21-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves. You're listening to Blackhawk football on 88.1 WBHF The Biff and watching on BHS TV. Toss to the outside, and there was a pretty clear block in the back. However, it was not called. I thought that was a flag coming in from the sky, but it was just probably like a leaf or something.
Ooh, we got, who is that, number 83 for the Blackhawks, Michael Kramer, limping off the field now, so that's not good. The Blackhawks already have so many injuries.
Yeah, but, at least you can say this. At least he was not lying down the field. At least he was able to get up and walk off. I hope it's just he had the wind knocked out of him,
Okay.
2nd down and 8 now for the Blackhawks.
I'm noticing Bailey Snyder not actually in for the Blackhawks right now. That's interesting.
Slazinski drops back and throws one. Not a very good pass at all. Low and in front of, not really a defender, but just a guy who wouldn't have made the catch anyways. He was slipping off his feet.
I think this rain is really affecting Slazinski a lot. He is not nearly as experienced as Jake Jensen of the Clarkston Wolves. So the pressure's on him, and the rain is coming down, and the wind is everywhere, and I think it's really affecting him.
Yeah, definitely. Without Andrew Barish in, it's kind of hard to see if he's even he is currently fully dressed, so if need be, he can be thrown in.
We were told he's available. If Slazinski can no longer play, they don't want him to play. Bailey Snyder now back in for the Blackhawks, so that's good to see.
Yep, 3rd and 8 now for the Blackhawks from their 20-yard line. drops back to pass once again, throws one and heaves it for a first down and a little bit more.
It was a great catch. Alec Ward had a man all over him, and he got his hands on the ball and got possession. That was well done by Alec Ward.
Not just a man all over him. He had a Clarkston Wolf all over him.
Exactly.
You know, and again, as I said, this is a defense that got an interception with a lineman.
That was insane. I can't get over that. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He just jumped up and ball was gone.
Well, mind you, I've seen the Cleveland Browns play. So 2 wide, it's going to be a nice little shovel pass out to Alec Ward once again. Alec Ward running east-west? Okay.
That was strange. Huge loss.
Yeah, I don't quite know what was going on there. I could tell he was trying to get to the outside, but just that was not how you operate a play like that. You know, at that point, you just change directions and try to get something.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get, to find an opening, and he couldn't find one. But hey, that was not a good run by Alec Ward. Something you don't see often.
No, it wasn't. Now it's 2nd down and 15 from the 25-yard line of the Blackhawks. Slazinski running 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. This unique formation, once again, you never know what could really come out of this with 6:09 remaining in the second quarter. Slazinski drops back to pass, hurls one out deep, and it is almost caught one-handed.
That was a good pass by Slazinski. It was right where he needed it to be. The wind, I think, helped him out there, and it was just a little bit too far.
That would have been
a touchdown, no doubt.
Yeah, and one of the best touchdowns of the season caught on film. Oh, man. 3rd down, 15 now for the Blackhawks from their own 25, and due to that incomplete pass, clock does stop.
Every play, Slazinski runs back to the sideline, gets a word from his coach, and then runs into the huddle, which is interesting to me. At least every play where the clock stops, at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how football operates. 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Same formation once again. Let's see if it's the same play. Slazinski drops back to pass, hurls another deep one over to number 10. Number 10 catches the ball but does not get enough for the first down. That was Diego Badallo on the ball once again. Nice catch and nice attempt to turn and run, but he just had that Clarkston Wolf all over him.
I think it's going to be 4th and about 2. So do the Blackhawks go for it here, or do they punt it off to the Wolves?
I think at this point, you have nothing to lose. Clarkston's had better field position already. You've stopped them before, so why not give it a go?
Slazinski's coming out there. It looks like they are going to go for it.
So here we go. 4th down and 3 for the Blackhawks after that great pass from Slazinski to Badallo.
Come on, Tanner. You got this.
And they're running it inside. Handoff goes up the gut. Flag on the play. If this is a flag against Clarkston, Bloomfield gets the first down. If it isn't, Clarkston gets the ball.
Let's see. That was not a good run. Clarkston all over the Blackhawks there.
Maybe an offsides penalty. I mean, that is entirely feasible.
Let's see.
And it's going to be a legal block in the back on the Blackhawks, meaning Clarkston ball. I did not see a block, any sort of block in the back.
No, it was, that was strange call, but it was going to be Clarkston ball either way. I mean, not either way, but anyway, so.
Yeah, well, you never know. 1st down and 10 now for the Clarkston Wolves from the Blackhawk 40-yard line. 5:20 remaining in the first half. Clarkston up 21-0. You're listening to Blackhawk football here on 88.1 WBHF The Biff and watching Blackhawk football here on BHS TV. I am Jack Brown alongside Eddie Eichenhorn as the Blackhawks take on the Clarkston Wolves as they run their unique little slant backfield position once again.
Once again, Clarkston starting their drive in Blackhawk territory.
And high snap, Jensen has to take the sack.
Big loss. Great for the Blackhawks, about a loss of nearly 7 yards for the Wolves.
Yeah, that looked almost like that first play from Super Bowl 48.
Yeah. Luckily for Clarkston, the ball never actually hit the ground, but that was not a good snap.
Oh, I still remember that. That was not a fun time. I was rooting for Denver that night. So now they're running 3 wide, 2 in the backfield for Clarkston. Jensen under center. Takes a snap, hands it off, tries to go up the gut, gains a decent amount, 4 or 5 yards. But
still going to be 3rd and long now for Clarkston.
Yeah,
so
no.
Once again, a decent showing from the Blackhawk defense with Clarkston starting in their territory.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad run. It's just the context of the play was not good enough. Clock winding down, nearly 4 minutes remaining in the half, in the first half.
Not even rain can stop this great Bloomfield Hills marching band. I see some soaking wet tubas playing the fight song. It's great.
Well, that's not a fight song.
I know, but just general song.
3 wide, 2 in the backfield for Clarkston. Almost jumped offside there for Bloomfield. Running back, and he is out through the wall, and I think he's going to be gone. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
That was just good O-line blocking for the Wolves. Running back found a hole on the outside and ran with it, literally.
Yeah, got the touchdown. That now puts them up 27-0 with 3:45 remaining in this homecoming game.
This is not looking good for the Blackhawks, as it hasn't for pretty much all season since that Utica game.
Yeah, no, I mean, that Utica game, it gave the Blackhawks a lot of hope, as Ace Veto kick is blocked by the body, and that's no good.
Well done. Blocked by, that's number 10, Diego Badalo. Badallo. I keep saying Badalo. That's not a name.
I don't blame you, though, but I thought there was like some sort of penalty on that, because you just don't see that often.
Well, that was very, very well done. 27-0.
So now it's 27-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. You know, really in general, this first half's just not been good for the Blackhawks.
No. Do you remember what the score was at the end of the first half against West Bloomfield or Groves?
I can't exactly remember. I'm sure if I go through my memory, I could remember.
I think it was in the 30s, so if there's something to take away from that, it is a little bit better.
Yeah, but there's still 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in football before we get to the half.
Of course.
You always got to remember that.
Yeah. Blackhawks getting the ball here. Hopefully they won't turn it over again.
Yep. Ace Veto kicks it off once again. Picked up at the 15-yard line as he goes up the gut. Tries to get to around the 27-yard line for forward progression.
Yeah, he broke 1 tackle there, but then ran into about 7 more. So,
yeah, no. You aren't going to get a lot of big yards out of that.
Okay, so let's see if the Blackhawks can maybe score before we get to halftime.
Yep, so 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks from their own 28-yard line. 3:38 remaining in the first half, hoping to just get a score before the end. Remember, they did get a score in the game against West Bloomfield.
That's true.
Double handoff to Alec Ward it ends up as. Does a change of direction, block in the back, couple good blocks. Another good block, but it's only really a gain of 4.
He changed direction like, what did you say, 4 times, and he got a few good blocks. That was better than it looked like it was going to be for a little bit.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be at best a loss of 3 yards.
Yeah.
So now with that is 2nd down and 4 for the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks as the band begins to file on out to play for their halftime show. And the big one here, it is homecoming.
Soaking wet tubas will not stop Mr. Posner's band.
No, nothing will. Slazinski tries to pull off same play, handoff to Alec Ward. Ward gets around 2 or 3 yards on that.
Okay, that'll make it 3rd down now, or that'll make it 3rd down and about 4 for Bloomfield Hills. So let's see if Slazinski can get a conversion here.
Yeah. Also, the amount of 4s in that sentence was a bit too much.
Yeah.
And also, shout out to Jackie Osborne, always keeping the building safe during these football games, and also just being an awesome person. Clock winds down, 3rd down and 5 for the Blackhawks as we approach 2 minutes left. Slazinski drops back to pass, throws it over to number 13. Number 13 does a nice
17.
little cutback.
Alec Ward.
Alec Ward to the 50. Alec Ward to the 40. The 35. Gets tackled around the 33-yard line.
Now the Blackhawks are in a good part of the field with 2 minutes left in this first half. Maybe they can actually get some points on the board.
Wouldn't that be something? First and 10 now from the Blackhawk from the Clarkston 34-yard line. Blackhawks, off that one play alone, are now having probably one of the better drives so far.
First real big play for Slazinski. Let's see if that boosts his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, and he's looking like it. Running 5 wide, and there's a flag on the play.
Before the snap.
Encroachment on Clarkston.
Okay, moves the Blackhawks just that much closer. Slazinski looked for sure like he was going to pass there. I don't know. I think they might change that now that they're closer, although there is only 1:50 left and the clock is still winding down.
Yeah, I think you just kind of go for it. Alec Ward currently out, just taking his break. Probably going to be subbed back in a couple plays. 5 wide once again for Tan Slazinski. 1st and 5 from the 29-yard line. Drops back to pass, throws it over, and what was that?
That was right to a Clarkston player, luckily out of his hands. That was number 30, Dylan Erskine. Erskine with
Dylan Erskine?
Yeah, with the hands on the ball.
Well, that wasn't even really that. The Bloomfield player had it in like the crease of his elbow, but you don't catch balls at the crease of your elbow. It's simple.
Make a diamond with your hands. PE teachers teach you. Make the diamond, you catch it.
My uncle taught me that when I was 4.
Yeah.
So anyway, 2nd down and 5 now for the Blackhawks after that incomplete pass. Slazinski running 3 wide, 2 in the backfield, one of my personal favorite formations.
2nd and 5 now on their Clarkston
snap,
28.
drops back to pass, throws one out deep, takes the chance. No good.
Okay, now do they run it here to try to get further for the field goal unit, or do they pass again trying to convert on this 3rd down? There's only 1:20 left, 1:27, so.
I think you just go for it, Here I think is a makeable field goal for a high schooler. I mean, it would be roughly, I think, probably around 45 yards-ish.
That's why I'm saying, do you try to run here and just get a few more yards, or do you try to pass and get the 1st down? Because it's 3rd down. It looks like they're passing as there's, only no one in the backfield with Slazinski.
Yeah. Slazinski drops back pass and throws it way over the heads of Diego Badallo. And it's now going to be 4th down 5.
Okay, so let's see if they send the field goal unit out there, or it will be a long field goal.
But doable at a high school level. I mean, it's on like the edge of doability.
Insane. Yeah, and the edge of insane. It's not quite there. That's
it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, we're going to see what happens when they break out of
the huddle. I don't see Slazinski there. No, he is there.
They're going for it. 4th and 5 now for the Blackhawks from their 28-yard line.
Bailey Snyder in the backfield with Slazinski.
Yep, 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Slazinski drops back to pass, pocket collapsing, picked off by a Clarkston Wolf, and goes to the outside, gets the block to the 50, to the 40. It's a foot race now, and gets tackled at around the 35-yard line.
That was tipped, once again, I think by number 31, Javier Suggs for the Wolves.
I bet you Scott Sugg down there is feeling betrayed. Yeah, I think that was Temple Hayden on that interception, number 17.
That's what I was worried about with them passing there. I thought for sure they would at least try to get those 3 points.
Yeah, so biggest drive of the night for the Blackhawks ends in miserable failure as now the Clarkston Wolves have the ball. 1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line.
So the Blackhawks need to kill a minute and 10 seconds to make sure that the Wolves don't increase their lead before they take a break.
Yep, and they're running 5 wide, so I think Clarkston's trying to rub salt into the wound. Or Clarkston hands it off, actually. Sorry about that. Gets around 2 or 3 yards, and ooh! There seemed to be some rather interesting movement. Number 11 for the Blackhawks. That is Hunter Neely getting a bit feisty.
It's another one of the sophomores we've been talking about, Hunter Neely, for the on this varsity team.
Yeah, and stay tuned if you're watching this on BHS TV, as you will be getting the whole homecoming court spiel. Nice dump pass out to I can't tell who that was, but he got the first down.
And much more, actually. He got about maybe 15 yards on that play. There's only 37 seconds left, and the ball on. That'll put the ball now on the Blackhawk, 23? So.
Actually, it puts it at the 19. So once again,
19.
Once again, Clarkston is in the red zone, as I think the Blackhawks taking a timeout. I think it's more just Dan Loria wants to. Oh, actually, it's Clarkston taking the timeout. But I think Dan Loria is trying to start up his inspiring halftime speech a bit early.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more inspiring than a Dan Loria talk. But this crowd is still, no matter the score, they're still into it. It is the homecoming game. It doesn't look like people can move. It's so crowded down there. So nothing should get the Blackhawks more hyped up than their fans cheering for them.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I try to go over to concessions to grab something real quick to eat and drink, I ain't going through the student section.
Yeah.
That just looks scary.
It's you can't move at all. It is scary, but it's fun. It's fun to be down there. It's a great part.
Pit.
It's a great part of the homecoming tradition here, and in most schools. I mean,
yeah,
the game is always great.
Yep. First down 10 now at the 19. Jensen drops back to pass, lobs one up deep and nearly intercepted, but falls to the ground innocently. I don't know why he said that. But second and 10 now from the 18-yard line for the Clarkston Wolves. 31.5 seconds remaining in the first half as we are approaching now 8 o'clock.
Feels second down. The rain has yet to calm down. The wind is a little bit less intense, but it's still definitely going from right to left. So it seems to have definitely come into play and affected Tanner Slazinski a lot today.
Yeah, absolutely. Second and 10 now for the Clarkston Wolves, running 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Jensen drops back to pass, pocket collapsing, throws one out to completely open man, touchdown Clarkston Wolves.
Number 4, Joey Steger, wide open in the end zone for the Wolves.
Yeah, that was just a case of where was the coverage? I mean, I assume they're trying to play like a man-to-man sort of thing, but that was just ugly.
Yeah, that'll make it 33-0 Wolves with 23.3 left in the first half.
Mind you, the current record for the biggest battering in homecoming history for Bloomfield was just last year against Rochester Adams, 54-14, a 40-point shellacking.
Which was odd because that was a playoff team last year. They went 6-3.
Yeah, this ain't looking like that sort of team. Kick us up, it's over, and it's good.
That makes it 34-0 Clarkston, and that will most likely be the score going into halftime. Not good. That's all I have to say. Not good for the Blackhawks.
Although, granted, I've seen crazier things.
Of course. Well, if the Wolves can score 34 in the first half, why can't the Blackhawks do it in the second half?
Yeah, the Bills did come back from the Oilers 35-3 to win it. I did that because no one cared about the Oilers, and I don't want to upset any Atlanta Falcons fans we may have listening or watching.
Of course. So let's see now. It's taking Clarkston a very long time to reset.
Yep, so, I mean, they've always saying this along with Ace Veto. You know, I just realized from up here, Ace Veto's a tiny kid.
He is not big at all. Really not.
No, not at all.
I don't know what grade he's in, but do you have it? He's small.
Yeah, Ace Veto, he is a he's a junior, and he gets fielded around the 25, and he gets through the hole to around the 40-yard line. That was number 10, Diego Badaya, once again on it.
Okay, so they call the clock stops at 19.7 seconds. Hail Mary for Slazinski, you think?
I don't know, but I did hear a Vuvuzela, and I'm feeling like I'm in South Africa again for the World Cup. Alex, did you just try to act as if no one knows my references? Come on. Anyways, first down and 10 now for the Blackhawks from their own 40-yard line. going from left to right, 19.7 seconds. At this point, it doesn't matter really the down count. It matters more the time left on the clock.
Surprised that that Snyder is in the backfield.
Yep. Man in motion, Diego Badillo goes to from left to right. Slazinski hauls one out deep. I don't know. Well, obviously that was to somebody, but just not a very good pass.
Far overthrown. I think it is, once again, the wind affecting Tanner Slazinski. It's actually in his favor, making his balls go farther than they need to go.
Yeah, well, I think in that case, that's not very much of a benefit, is it?
No. It's not. I mean, you think it would help him with long passes like that, but he's already got the arm for it. He doesn't know his own power.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not a sophomore called up to varsity for nothing.
Exactly. Starting the homecoming game, it's an accomplishment no matter what.
Even under these circumstances. 13 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10. Slazinski hands it off, and it just absolutely clobbered in the backfield. And he seems to be down, or take a little while to get up.
That'll take us to halftime. 34-0 Clarkston.
Yep, and with that, with the Clarkston Wolves beating the Bloomfield Hills High School Blackhawks 34-0, you're listening to WBFH The Biff and watching BHS TV. And we'll be right back on The Biff after these little tunes. And for BHS TV viewers, enjoy the homecoming halftime.
Hit music and so much more. 88.1 WBHF, Bloomfield Hills.
2019 Varsity Poms team, along with their JV teams, performing to Game Time. Go Poms!
year. The band venue? Yeah, like the band is like during, they're like, they're kind of doing their band thing, you know what I mean?
It's time to grab your Walkman, Rubik's Cube and leg warmers, and head down to the roller rink as the 148-member Bloomfield Hills High School Marching Band presents their 2018 show, Totally 80s.
That's got one of the best seats in the house.
You do.
In the crowd.
I think we got one down here too. Yeah, you too. Thanks, Howard.
Are we stuck in? Come up and break it down. I feel like if you see this, like if you're the conductor, I feel like it looks so good in how it does it. Don't you think? Like if you're one of the conductors, it looks so good in how it does. You don't think so? Nice. Wait, what'd they make? What shit? They made a shirt. Who is that conductor? That's Robbie. That's Dixon. I think so. And then there's Dahlia.
What is everybody doing in here?
Homecoming court.
Homecoming court?
Right. Needs to be able to talk.
Absolutely. There we go. I appreciate it.
Hello. Hello. You're going to move this stuff?
Hi, I'm here with Mr. Posner. What do you go in to prepare for this week?
Well, Homecoming, it's a special performance. We're really excited because this is going to be the first time that we've done our full show with all the drill and movements, and we especially want to put on a good show because we're going to have a lot of alumni there, alumni from the band that are expecting, good things from the band and to see that their program's doing well. So we put a lot of time and effort, and then also we got to spend a little time, working on the homecoming court. We have to coordinate with them, as well as with the chorale, and Jill's are going to sing the national anthem, so we have to adjust our movements for that. So it's a little more goes into preparing for homecoming.
Does those adjustments affect you at all as to mentally?
Not really. It's just something we got to be reminded of and make sure the students are aware of and the leaders are aware of, so that we can all be on the same page when it's showtime.
What's your favorite memory of homecoming when you were a kid?
Oh wow! So when I was a kid, I went to Andover, so homecoming was right on the same field, and just the atmosphere of Friday night, and everybody having a great time and seeing, maybe their old friends that have gone on and graduated, and just having a great all-around experience under the lights.
And finally, what is the final score prediction that you got tonight?
Well, I know the marching band's going to win halftime. That's for sure. So we'll say go Blackhawks, and I hope the football team can pull out a victory. I'll say 21-17 Blackhawks.
Thank you, Mr. Posner.
Yep.
Did I do anything?
And then I gotta get power.
I feel like I'm just getting into that. The side over here without your videos. I think we got the problem solved.
Oh, I think
Yeah, you're good with my right one at the top.
yeah. Where's that towel to dry
Okay, homecoming court. Homecoming court. Here you go.
Congratulations to the 2018 Homecoming Court nominees and the underclassmen princes and princesses. Emma Merchant, escorted by Luis Peña Gutierrez. Yi-Chu Kim, escorted by Asani Henry.
Are you the spotter?
And
I'm
Brooke
Vicky.
Lady,
I'm so
escorted
sorry.
by Simon Abuazira.
How much room do you need? I should be fine. Okay, is this enough room?
Now, for your senior class of 2019 King and Queen nominees, Olivia Ebbing, escorted by John Paul Arslanian. Ava Getz, escorted by Charlie Binder. Deborah Moritas, escorted by Justin Hitler. Caitlin Roman, escorted by Jackson Ermsher. And Sophia Washer, escorted by Hyun Kim. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the 2018 Homecoming Court King and Queen. The senior king is John Paul Arslanian. And now, the class of 2019 senior homecoming queen is Caitlin Roman. Congratulations to all the nominees, and a very special thank you to Mrs. Lapone and Miss La Liberty. Thank you.
The band just have to get off the field. There we go. They got it. They got it.
And then when we went back up, I think probably with the middle of the 1 o'clock.
Never got to do the fight song, but same time. All right. Yep. Yeah, we got to catch up there.
And after that exciting halftime homecoming show, reminder that tonight's game and all home games are broadcast on WBHF. Tonight's special game also is available on BHSTV-Bloomfield. All games. Bloomfield Hills Radio.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Don't text and drive.
The fifth. I am your sports director, Jack Brown, alongside Eddie Eichenhorn, as we come back after that fantastic little halftime show from just everybody, really.
Yeah, and if you're watching on BHS TV, you got to see the halftime show. You got to see the Homecoming King and Queen winners, and you got to see the wonderful marching band play. Rain, sleet, or shine, they always do a great job, don't they, Jack?
Oh, absolutely. I love the marching band. I just love marching bands in general.
It's one of the more impressive things. It's like synchronized swimming, except not synchronized and not swimming. But
so it's literally nothing like what you're saying it is.
You get the gist.
Yeah.
So we head to this second half. Clarkston, not surprisingly, up 34-0. What do the Blackhawks have to do to get themselves back into this football game?
Well, there's a lot. For one, Tanner Slazinski, they need to. Well, for one, they need to stop turning the ball over.
Too many turnovers for Tanner Slazinski. I think the rain is affecting him a lot, but still.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be impacting you to the point where you're throwing interceptions to the D lineman.
Oh my God, that was early on. He didn't do that again, if that helps.
Sure.
They really have to make sure that the Wolves do not keep starting their drives in Blackhawk territory. The majority of Clarkston's drive have started in Blackhawk territory, and it is, I mean, it clearly shows on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. 34-0. There was one blocked punt with the body of Diego Badallo.
I loved it. That was, I think, the highlight play. That and the long pass from Slazinski to I almost said Tanner Ward, to Alec Ward.
Yeah, that was. I thought there was a penalty on that right there for a second. You know, and I was sitting there, it's like, where's the flag? Where's the flag? I was like, no, it's
clean.
good.
That was great. That was, but that really has been the only good pass by Slazinski to this point.
How's that a pass? He blocked it with his body.
I was talking about the pass to Alec Ward.
That's what he said.
Yes.
But, you know, he's lying.
No, that the block was pretty cool.
Yeah. Always cool when you see that sort of thing. Number 19 now out to kick. That's Dominic Curdy, the junior, who also plays varsity soccer, double sport athlete.
Makes sense that he's the kicker. Ben Johnston does that too.
Yeah. You know, a lot of soccer players for the kickers. They have 4 kickers total. And here we go. Getting ready, getting set. Let's kick it.
Line drive.
Seems to be a flag on the play. False start on Bloomfield.
How is that even possible? You hardly ever see a flag like that on a kickoff.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't get any further than the 40-yard line, and I guess right there, somebody on the Blackhawks skedaddled his little way over past the 40. But now they're moving the ball back to the 35.
They kick it again.
Yeah, this is more standard, I think, like college distance.
Okay, it was unfortunately because a pretty good kick. It was picked up at around the 10-yard line. So hopefully lightning can strike twice.
Dominic Curdy lining back up now towards the 32-yard line, getting ready. They're getting set. They're running up to it. Let's kick it. Oh, a low squibber. Picked up at the 20-yard line as he goes right down the middle, spins around, tries to evade another man, and he does, surprisingly. A lot of theatrics.
Three broken tackles, a sidestep, a spin move, and just a straight-up broken tackle there. That was good. That was a good return.
That was a 19-18 connection over to Josh Luther.
Okay, so now first drive of the second half for Clarkston, for anybody really. Hopefully, like the first drive of the first half for the Blackhawks on defense, we can get a quick 3-and-out and back going the other way.
That would be definitely better than what it has happened. The Hammer Authority now is breaking out those little air hammers.
Yeah.
You know, that you get like bouncier or something.
They're cute. I like it.
4 wide, 1 in the backfield for Clarkston. Clarkston getting ready. Handoff, tries to scuttle around. It doesn't get through the line.
Good defense. That's what they need to get the ball back fast, is stop those running plays, which has actually been their biggest issue in the game. It's in the last 3 games where their defense has struggled. It's actually been coverage on passing, but today it's shown that they're covering much better. Their defense against the run has not been as good.
And also, I would like to report a sub in now for QB. It's Darius Detrius McKinney for the Clarkston Wolves. Detrius in shotgun, hands it off once again, and just going to the outside, gets to around the 46-yard line.
I think he was, out of bounds a little short. Clarkston putting in their backup there. They're up by a lot, so not a surprise.
Yeah.
We saw that 2 weeks ago with West Bloomfield.
Yes, but and Detrius McKinney, that's a small guy right there.
Yeah, he's let's see if he's only 5'8" and 160, a junior. Really small guy.
That's like a running back size.
He's as tall as me.
You're just admitting that you're a short guy. Well, granted, I think we're about the same height.
Yeah.
So Pot calling the kettle black. Third and short now. McKinney hands it off once again, and the running back finds a hole. Can he get a block? Now it's a foot race to the 20, to the 15, gets down and around the 12.
Tackled by Alec Ward. Ward was his only man to beat, and he couldn't do it, but huge hole he found, and took advantage.
Yeah. And now as Miserlou starts playing over the sound system, it's now 1st and 10 for the Clarkston Wolves from the 12, essentially 1st and goal, because I don't know how you get a first down here without scoring a touchdown.
Okay, Blackhawks can't let a touchdown this early in the second half. It'll all of their dignity.
Yep. Wildcat play doesn't really go for much.
I think they might have gotten a yard, maybe not. They're far enough away where we're at such an angle it's hard to tell.
And they're going to mark it down as no gain. 2nd down and 10 now for the I was about to say the fantastic Clarkston Wolves. I mean, that wouldn't be wrong. So now 9:44 remaining in the 3rd quarter here. Clarkston 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 8. Sorry. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Snap, hand off to number 2. Number 2 gets to the outside. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves. Yes, touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
Connor Donahue, another small guy, only 5'8", 150 pounds, on the run there.
Yeah, that was actually a really good run. He was able to just barely get to the outside.
The Clarkston O-line has really, really stepped up in this game.
Absolutely. But, he was able to barely sneak into the corner of the end zone. That now makes it 40-0. And they're going for 2. No, they're going for 1.
No, they're not. If they were going for 2, that would have been horrible. You can't do that.
Kick is up, it's over, and it is good.
Oh.
That now makes this the largest blowout in homecoming history for the Blackhawks, 41-0.
To this point, we could lower the deficit a little bit. Maybe, possibly. I mean, it'd be a miracle if we get close at all. But who knows? Who knows?
I've seen crazier things happen.
But if you look down at the sideline right now, Blackhawks they're walking slower than the Wolves. They just look defeated, heads down. It's not a pretty showing.
No. Clarkston Wolves once again getting ready to kick it. This is the 7th time that they're kicking it. Ace Veto.
Is it still Ace Veto? It is.
I think that's the name I've determined for him.
Yeah.
Veto runs up, kick it, and gets to around the 15-yard line, caught, and it's going to be run right into a Clarkston defender by Diego Badillo.
The kick was actually Chris Achevedo. Achevedo.
Ace
Vedo. Ace Veto's gone.
Oh.
Achevedo, Ace Vedo.
I assume it's
I think it's Achevedo.
Man, yeah, I don't know. I've seen some weird names, though, to pronounce this season. Like, on Utica, they have a man by the name of Jake Pflaum. Or I guess
Pflaum?
Yeah, Pflaum.
That is an interesting
name.
And
I think that right there just proved why I'll never qualify for the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Pflaum. I wonder what country of origin, if you asked in the spelling bee, what they would give you for that.
I don't know. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks on their own 27. Still have yet to put up anything.
Let's see if Slazinski can finally get a scoring drive under his belt.
Yep, handoff, nope. Bailey Snyder gets absolutely driven back. Man, by another little kid.
He's who's that number?
29.
29. That's
Anthony
Welsh, 5'6", 135 pounds.
Oh man,
Clarkston's just proving to be small and mighty. David and Goliath, except all of the Davids are on Goliath's team.
Yeah, that was just a bad analogy. Why did you do that?
I'm not quite sure. I'm running out of things to say. It's 41-0.
Yeah. 2 wide, 1 in the backfield. Number 8's in motion. Slazinski drops back to pass, throws it over, and it's intercepted by number 17. That's going to be going for a touchdown, most likely. To the 10, to the 5. Gets to about touchdown. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
Pick 6 for Hayden Temple. Linebacker, actually.
That's not something you see very often.
I bet he didn't think he was going to score a touchdown all year.
Yep, but now he gets to really soil it for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, it's one for his mom's scrapbook.
Yeah, so another interception for Tanner Slazinski, and that now puts up the Clarkston Wolves 47-0 on top of the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks, and what I guess you could call the homecoming massacre.
This is
homecoming homicide. There you go.
Homecoming homicide. Aha!
Ain't that something?
Copyright that.
Yeah. The kid who we can't really name at the moment gets it up, over, and good.
I think it's Matt Miller. No.
It's Ace Veto.
Is it Ace Veto? Clarkston is putting in their guys that are not on our roster. That's a 48-0 thing right there.
Yeah, that is. It's currently a bludgeoning. 7:45 remaining in the third, and the Clarkston Wolves are knocking on the door of possibly the biggest win over the Blackhawks in school history. I stood corrected 2 weeks ago. I said it was a game against Rochester Adams in 2015 where the Blackhawks lost 50-0. No, the biggest loss ever was that same season, Week 1 against Walled Lake Northern. The final score there was Walled Lake Northern winning 57-0.
Well, it's not quite that bad yet, but student section chanting, "I believe we will win." It's
I think
it's good to have hope. Good to have hope.
Yeah, always good to have hope, but 48-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves. You're listening to Blackhawk football on 88.1 WBFH, and you're watching Blackhawk football on BHSTV.
If you're currently listening live on the BIF, remember that you can catch the telecast on BHSTV after the game because it is not live.
Yeah, nice little squibber. Gets to around the 15 and it's fumbled. Fumbled, picked up, tries to run it out for a decent return. Nope, gets to around the 19-yard line.
That's Austin Merman, senior for the Blackhawks, who a decent recovery. He got 5 yards after that fumble.
Yeah, and not a very good homecoming for him, unfortunately.
Not a very good homecoming for the team.
So now it is 7:18 remaining. 48-0 in favor of the Clarkston Wolves. First down and 10 for the Blackhawks at their own 20-yard line. As the rain, I don't know about you, but it just feels like as if it's lightening up. You know?
Yeah, it definitely is lightening up. I went out at halftime, and it wasn't coming down as hard as I thought it was originally.
Yep. I don't know quite what's going on, but there's a sack for Clarkston.
Slazinski appeared to try to hand it off and then missed and then kept the ball and then kind of stopped.
So, 4-yard loss on the play. That now makes it 2nd and 14 2nd and 16 for the Bloomfield Hills High School Blackhawks on the 14-yard line.
You have to think that some of this is the pressure put on the sophomore Tanner Slazinski. I mean, homecoming game, raining, a huge opponent like Clarkston. It's got to be tough, especially losing by this much at this point. It's really got to be tough on him.
Yeah, you'd think that at this point you would probably – I don't know why they didn't schedule like Rochester as the homecoming opponent, really. But anyways, second down and 16. Pitch out, and he gets a good couple blocks and gets around 7 or 8 yards on that one.
Yeah, that was one of the better runs of the day for the Blackhawks. It'll still be third and about 9 yards, so might be tough to get the first down.
It's actually going to be 3rd and 7 after after a decent little gain. You know, I'm not going to be mad at that, but it could have been better.
Of course. Okay, so
3rd and 7. No, sorry. 3rd and 7 now for the Blackhawks. 2 wide, 1 in the backfield. Pitch out once again. Gets the outside, and he gets the first down a little bit more.
great run. Who was that? I couldn't tell. But either way, that's a second straight play that the O-line has really found a good hole for the running back.
Yeah, absolutely. My best bet was actually Alec Ward on that run.
Really? Alec Ward just doing everything today. the only Blackhawk who's had a somewhat decent game, and I will say Tanner Szynski has had some glimpses of glory, which is good for the future, seeing as he is a sophomore, and Andrew Barish will be graduating when this year is over.
Yeah, with that, they got another good run. That would once again that was actually done by Bailey Snyder, another guy who I think after this week might be receiving a position change.
Yeah, Bailey Snyder listed on here as a linebacker and wide receiver, but running a ton today.
Yeah, and I mean, once Gasso heads on out, Gasso actually is a senior himself. He might actually come in to replace Gasso as the running back. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and Gasso out this week. That's probably why Bailey Snyder getting so much playing time in running is because Gasso got hurt last week against Birmingham Groves.
Yep, and nice little pass dumped out to number 8, Darren Mack.
So in the midst of this whole onslaught by the Clarkston Wolves, the Blackhawks are putting together a pretty decent drive right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They got that one out to their own 47-yard line. First down and 10 now for the Blackhawks with 3:56 remaining in the third quarter, down 48-0.
So let's see, maybe if they score a touchdown here, make it 48-7. That'll be West Bloomfield 50-7, Groves 49-7, and right now 48-7.
Slow improvement. Slazinski over to Ward. He caught it. Ward catches it at around the 14.
There was a flag very early on the play.
Hopefully it's not an illegal block. And it's going to be false start on Bloomfield.
Oh. You can't have nice things, Jack.
Some would say that because we're Bloomfield, we've already had enough nice things.
I guess. But football has never been our strong suit. It's never been quite this bad.
Well, yeah, because, Losser, they're actually a pretty decent team down at the D2 level.
Yeah, but now that we merged, we're at D1, and it seems to be about every other year we have a pretty decent year. And this is, we'll call this the other year.
Yeah, we're like the San Francisco Giants of high school football.
Of course.
Anyways, so first down and 15 now for the Blackhawks. 2 wide, 2 in the backfield. Hand off to Bailey Snyder up the gut. Gains the yards they lost back.
Once again, opening for Bailey Snyder. The offensive line on this drive has been really good, really good.
Yeah, well, that might also be in part to the fact that Clarkston has probably now subbed out all their old D linemen and are now playing just a bunch of backups.
That's probably true, but we could look on the bright side.
Yeah. Mind you, they're playing a quarterback who's 5'8". Second down and 10. Nice little shoulder pass, but it is fumbled.
Szynski drops on it, so that'll be the Blackhawks' ball. But who was that? That was Bailey Snyder. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, no, and that will count as a sack for the Clarkston stat book. So hey, if you like padding stats, there you go, right there. Getting an MVP nod, hopefully.
So it's going to be 3rd and 13 for Slazinski and the Blackhawks.
Yep, so 3rd and 13, 1:54 remaining in the third.
Ball on Clarkston 42.
Drops back to pass, hurls one out over to the side, and is caught. And I think he got the first down.
That's got to be a first down. What a pass by Slazinski. The second really good pass, the first one that counted of this drive.
Oh, and the man who caught it seems to be on the ground, reeling in pain. Let's see who that is.
Oh, he's getting up now. It's Alec Ward. Alec Ward will not come out easily. He's going back to the huddle.
Yeah, no. Just seems to be probably just like a little Charlie horse or something like that. You know, he is not really pulling at his legs still as the Blackhawks go into another huddle. And also with that, the band is actually coming on back in.
Yeah, so that was a first down. We weren't sure, but that's another first down. Slazinski, another Slazinski-Ward connection.
Yep. Slazinski once again dropping back to pass, throws one out deep to the sideline. Just barely overthrown.
Diving try by the Blackhawks receiver there, in and out of his hands, just off the fingertips.
Yep, I think that one was none other than kind of running weird, so it's kind of hard to see his number.
He's covering his numbers with his hands.
Yeah.
Don't you know we're trying to broadcast a game here?
I think that was Darren Mack.
Darren Mack.
The senior, his last homecoming.
Well, isn't the whole point of homecoming that you come back home? So maybe he'll come back. He won't play, but
hopefully he'd be seeing a better team.
Yeah.
As the clock winds down on the third quarter, they're going to get one last play in before we head to yet another break. And snap, and there's a false start on the play. And I think now with that false start, with Clarkston beating the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks 48-0, you're listening to Blackhawk football on WBFH and on BHS TV. And we'll be right back after these messages.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football. It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Michael Kramer on the carry. Picks up a first down for the Blackhawk.
And with that, welcome back everyone to Blackhawk football here on WBFH and on BHS TV. First down game by the Blackhawks on that play with now 11:34 remaining in the game. They're now within the 30. They're at the 28, first down.
Looking like the Blackhawks might actually score on this drive, if not a touchdown, at least a field goal.
Yep. Slazinski pitches one out to Snyder. Snyder inches forward for around 5 yards.
So, yeah, that'll... Will that be enough? No, that'll get him to about the 23-yard line. That makes it, what, 2nd and 4, would you say?
Yeah, 2nd and 4, roughly. As, of course, the marching band still keeping everyone lively, even through something like this.
It's just a party here. They're not paying attention to the score anymore. We're just enjoying each other's company at this point.
Yep. Second down and 10, or second down and 7 or 6. 2 wide, two in the backfield. Slazinski drops back to pass, throws is way underthrown. Man, what was that?
Intended for Alec Ward, but not even close to him.
I mean, he had the, if he had caught that, I think he would have had enough space to turn upfield and go for a touchdown.
Yeah, but that was one of Slazinski's worst passes of the day, I would have to say. That wasn't intercepted.
Even worse than the D lineman
interception.
Yeah.
I think that was more of a good play on the D line for the D line. That's encroachment right there.
Yeah. Speaking of the D line themselves.
So that'll make it about 3rd and 1 maybe for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, depending on how they walk it. Walk it like you talk it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts the ball at the 19-yard line.
So yes, that is 3rd and 1 for the Blackhawks.
3rd and 1 now for the Blackhawks as they are lining up ready to go. Here we go. And fake pitch, and it's going to go for a hole. Gets around his man, gets around another man, to the 3, to the 2, to the 1. Are they going to call it? It's going to be I think you might have crossed the line there, folks. I don't know,
Let's see.
And let's see what the refs have to say about it. No good.
He's down just short, but he did get the first down. That's going to make it 1st and goal at the half-yard line.
At the half-inch line. There's that joke I commonly make. So here we go. 1st and goal from the 2-centimeter line.
Come on, Tanner. You can do it. You need a touchdown under your belt. That would be nice.
Yeah, at least one. So the stat line doesn't look that bad. Here we go. And he's handing it off to the outside. Touchdown, Blackhawks.
There we go.
Oh,
Bailey Snyder, it looks like, on the on the run.
Exactly what you needed at that point. Not really playing to win the game anymore, just playing for pride.
It's nice to see Slazinski, the sophomore, starting the homecoming game. Nice to see him get a drive, and that was that drive went all the way down the field. That was a great drive. Great drive for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and I think Bailey Snyder just proving more and more why he'll probably be starting out next year. Kick is up, and it is good like your mama's cooking.
It looked to be tipped by a Clarkston player, but it didn't matter. It still went through.
Yeah, it's a bit low, but, that's fine. Fight songs playing once again, and, man, it feels so good to hear this for the first time in a really long while.
It's 49-7, even though the scoreboard says 49-6. That was called good by the referees, for sure, so.
Yeah, I think it's just a way to add on. 7.5 minutes remaining, folks. Obviously not optimal, but at least they got a touchdown in. As the Blackhawks now once again send it out to kick it.
There we go. It is 49-7 now. Or I thought it was.
48.
It's 48-7. But the scoreboard says 49-7. It's okay. We're having some technical difficulties here, but.
Yeah, someone should go tell the PA guys that that's 48-7.
Yeah.
So anyways, with that, the Blackhawks are getting ready to kick it. I don't know why I always go into that voice.
The first time today. Well, except for kickoff.
Second time. First time since halftime, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, the colored chalk going everywhere. Student section celebrating finally a touchdown here.
Beat the spread. It's like that one episode of South Park.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dominic Curdy getting ready. Run up is starting. Let's kick it.
Nice kick.
Taken at the 20. It's fumbled forward. Recovered by Clarkston, though.
He got as many yards as I think he would have gotten if he actually caught the ball. Just went off his chest and bounced forward.
Yeah, sometimes you got to use the bounce, though.
Now the scoreboard is finally right at 48-7. And if this game does end with the score, that'd be 2 weeks ago 50-7. Last week 49-7, this week 48-7. So minor improvement every single week.
Hey, improvement's improvement, okay?
It's very true.
1 point improvements every week. Rochester, by this metric, I think would be 45-7.
I guess. Well, I don't have who we're playing next week, but
We're playing Lake Orion.
Lake Orion, so they
At
would
Lake
be,
Orion.
Yeah, at Lake Orion.
So fun. McKinney heading out once again. Small man, the really small man. Sends a man in motion, snaps it, hands it off, but he gets swallowed up in the backfield.
That's a huge loss for the Wolves, and a great, great defensive play by the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. A loss of, I thought it was 6 yards, but it looks like where they're placing it's more like 8.
Yeah, that was Josh Luther on that run, and Ethan Palesi on the tackle.
So now that'll make it 2nd and 18 for the Wolves. 2nd and 19.
4 wide, 1 in the backfield for McKinney. Will McKinney finally attempt to pass?
Doesn't look like it.
Won't that be something? No, he won't. Hands it off once again, and a minimal gain.
I don't think McKinney likes passing all that much.
Well, I mean, he's 5'8". How do you operate as a quarterback at 5'8"?
I don't know. Clearly, he has the backup job on a renowned high school team, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah. And so it's 3rd and 19 as the clock is at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Getting ready to just head on home, everybody, you know. 3rd down and 19. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for McKinney. McKinney snaps it. No, he's going to scramble with it. Gets through the hole. Finds his way around the Blackhawk defense. He's getting a couple more blocks, and once again it's a foot race. To the 40, McKinney cuts around another man to the 30. McKinney to the 26-yard line.
Small and mighty, that Detrius McKinney.
That's just an awesome name, Detrius.
Detrius.
I like him.
But there is a penalty on the play.
So, there was a penalty on the play, though. I did see something that could have been misconstrued as a bad block.
On
the Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks. So that'll be declined, of course, by Clarkston.
As the ball now is at the 26-yard line for the Wolves, the Wolvie Wolves. With 3:14 remaining, I guess Clarkston's just trying to run it out.
Let's see. They're moving the change very, very far down. I guess that penalty did actually affect where these were going to be. It's at the 15-yard line now.
Yep, 1st and 10 now for Clarkston Wolves from the 15. Actually looks to be the 14. Anyways, 16. I don't know why they're constantly fluctuating this thing on us. Snap, hands it off, goes to the outside, tries to charge through a man, but no good.
So the Blackhawks with McKinney and have actually done a pretty good job stopping the run, except for that one huge run last play by McKinney.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. McKinney's a good guy. Like, I don't know personally, but as a football player, he's pretty good.
You have to be good to make it with that size. When he's that small, you got to be good.
Yeah, at something. 2nd and 10 now for the Wolves as 2 minutes approaches. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Handoff once again up the gut. Through the hole. Touchdown, Clarkston Wolves.
There goes our 48-7.
Yep. And things have not been progressing. Things have now officially taken a sharp turn for the worse.
This must be the largest loss in Blackhawk homecoming history.
Homecoming history by far, but not in school history. The largest loss in school history was the 57-0 loss to Walled Lake Northern.
In 2015?
Yep, first game of the season.
So 1:36 left in the game. Score of 54-7.
Kick is up, it's over, and it is good.
Make that 55-7.
So Clarkston, if they want to aim for the single largest defeat of Bloomfield ever, they got to score in 96 seconds.
Well, also, even if they score, a touchdown wouldn't be enough. Because you said it was 57-0. So a touchdown would make it 62-7, which is not enough, but close.
No, it would actually
No, because it'd be 55.
Yeah.
A deficit of 55 instead of a deficit of 57. A two-point conversion touchdown would make it a deficit of 56, but still not enough. you know the game's not going well when we're trying to figure out how Clarkston can make the largest loss in Blackhawk history possible.
Yeah. Although I think that the record from Walled Lake Northern will still stand.
At the end of today.
Hopefully.
There's the something we can take out of this game.
It wasn't the single largest loss in Blackhawk history. Neither was it the second largest. Rather, it is the third largest, I think.
That's right.
Welcome to Bloomfield, everybody.
We're good at math.
Kick it. And it's fumbled at
God.
around the 10. Picks it up and tries to run with it. And absolutely just mollywopped around the 15.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I actually regret telling people to come to this game in the announcements this morning. I'm not going to lie.
People are going to blame you. They'll see you in the halls. They'll be like, I went to that game because of you. And they probably.
Well, see, here's the thing. The person who I am is not really connected to the voice that well, so I kind of get away with
You get away with things. I think people can. People are going to remember this game for all the wrong reasons. It's really not good. And we thought last year's homecoming was bad.
Yep. Clock continues to wind down. 44 seconds, 1st and 10. Probably the last play ever. Handoff over to Bailey Center. Fumble, I think, picked up by Clarkston.
And Clarkston appears to get the ball.
Oh.
And I think that'll be the game.
Well, no, they still have time to put in one more play, I think.
Oh, why would they even?
I mean, you never know.
Both teams going to the sidelines.
And with 19 seconds remaining, it's essentially over. The Clarkston Wolves have smashed the Bloomfield Hills High School Blackhawks 55-7 in the 2018 homecoming game. Now with this, two things are official. Clarkston High School is going to the playoffs once again, and Bloomfield Hills High School missing the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
Well, what to take away from this game? Yes, we're missing the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Tanner Slazinski, with all this pressure on him, he lost 55-7, but he did show some glimmers of hope. As a sophomore quarterback, that's great for the next 2 years for the Blackhawks. Another great thing to take away from this game, Bailey Snyder looked pretty good. Will probably replace, will be the most likely the starting running back starting next year.
Yeah, getting a position move. I'm actually going to give him the Blackhawk MVP for tonight's game. Sure, not a lot of things went the way for the Blackhawks. However, they did get a score. We're not shut out still. But with that, thanks for tuning in to this coverage of Blackhawk football here on 88.1 WBFH and on BHSTV.